Fans, welcome back to DCW Meltdown. Brandon Benefield here alongside GB Gerard Bonner. It is main event time.
Indeed it is, and we've got Psycho Boy Fodder, of course, in the black pants, taking on Richard Holliday, the most marketable man in wrestling.
Collar and elbow tie-up, center of the ring now. You see Holliday with a slight height advantage.
We certainly do, and you know, Richard Holliday, he comes in well-traveled, and he's got an amazing resume. He spent quite a bit of time, of course, in MLW, spent time there partnering with one of your favorites, MJF, as they spent time as the tag team champions there in MLW, and now he is here in a great match, as you can see so far, with Psycho Boy Fodder.
Series of standing switches here, both men trying to get the upper hand. And now Fodder backing Holliday up into the corner, and now back elbow right to the jaw of Richard Holliday.
You know, one of the things about Psycho Boy Fodder that we have seen time and time again is he has no problem breaking every rule possible. He doesn't have a problem hurting people, hurting fans, and of course, hurting his opponents with that ground and pound style.
Holliday face first into that top turnbuckle. Now Fodder gonna go to work on that left arm.
You know, you look at Psycho Boy Fodder, who's been in the business for 4 years, and he has managed to accomplish quite a bit. But you look, on the other hand, at Richard Holliday, who's getting ready to enter his 10th year here in the pro wrestling business, trained by a former Four Horseman, maybe the least notable of them all, but still a Four Horseman, that being Paul Roma.
Now Holliday finally countered, but he got poked in the eye there right in front of the referee.
And here's the interesting thing about Richard Holliday. He knows about breaking rules, though he may not be trying to do that here tonight. But again, when you think about somebody like Fodder, you might want to scout out the rules being broken and the ways that he'll go about doing that.
Fodder, of course, John with this crowd here. Never one to make friends with the people in the audience. And look at there, ducking a chop, and Holliday hitting one of his own right across the chest of Psycho Boy.
Richard Holliday understands what it would mean. A big chop here to get a win here tonight at DCW Meltdown. Of course, Dominant Championship Wrestling, the place to be, as Richard Holliday is here, and he's got a plan. He's put something extra on that chop, but he missed that one out.
A little pepper on it, but nobody was home, and now Psycho Boy into the side headlock, going to get sent into the ropes by Holliday. Holliday into the ropes, and now a huge shoulder tackle. And Psycho Boy's down to the outside. Again, calling timeout on the outside. He can't do that. There's no timeouts.
Here's the thing that we know about Psycho Boy Fodder. In order to break the rules, you have to know the rules. And he certainly knows these rules well. Calling a timeout, there's never been an effective timeout in the history of pro wrestling.
Well, Holliday's not going to stand for it. He goes right after him on the outside, and a shot right to the gut.
Richard Holliday, again, looking to really reestablish himself after spending quite a bit of time in MLW, and a win over Psycho Boy Fodder would do just that to keep things going for him in an upward trajectory.
Referee being a little lenient here with his 10 count.
Yes, he is.
Allowing the action to take place on the outside, and it looked like Holliday just collided with the ring post there, face first.
Well, I think the referee understands how large of a match this is. You've got two talents who have performed on a national stage right here in Dominant Championship Wrestling, and the winner of this, obviously, there's going to be a lot of fanfare connected to that. You don't want a match like this having to end solely on the outside of the ring.
Fodder now just bouncing the head of Holliday off the ring apron, now going to finally send him back under that bottom rope.
And here it is. You know, we've seen so many incredible talents that Fodder has battled over the years. How do you think these national names that we've seen him battle, how do you think that has really begun to shape his abilities in the ring?
Oh, it's absolutely been amazing for him. It's just made him better and better. He's learned, you know, he's got to learn something from every single match.
For sure.
Absolutely. Holding titles in different promotions, and now it looks like Holliday trying to get the upper hand here. Oh, but he eats a back elbow from Fodder.
One of the things that I can appreciate about Psycho Boy Fodder is he doesn't add too many new things to his arsenal. No new wrinkles. He knows what works for him. It is literally punches and kicks and stomps. It is certainly a throwback to the old school pro wrestler.
2 quick 1 counts there in a row. There's Holliday, not going to stay down that easily. Trying to get back to his feet there, but he's still trying to recover from the knuckles right across the forehead, and now being choked over the second rope. Psycho Boy taking advantage of the referee's 5 count.
It's so wild to watch just how Fodder has really had an upward trajectory in this business, doing what many would consider old school wrestling. You know, not really doing lots of flips, not lots of dives. Everything is pretty much on the ground with punches and kicks, and it has managed to work for him over the time. And, you know, if it's not broke, you don't try to fix it.
Absolutely. Fodder using all of his body weight with that Irish whip, sending Holliday spine first into the turnbuckle, and he's still trying to recover, trying to get back up to his feet. Fodder going to help him up the hard way.
Indeed he is, as a whip there into the corner. And Holliday's in trouble. Holliday, I don't think Holliday expected this kind of a fight, because literally that's what we've got. We've got a fight coming here from Psycho Boy Fodder.
Absolutely. Fodder might be slightly smaller than Holliday. Holliday coming in with the size advantage, but he's got to remember, he's taking on Fodder. Fodder's been a contender for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship on multiple occasions.
Yes, indeed he has, and he's held championships in multiple promotions. He is not afraid, and here we go, a count of two. One of the things about Fodder is not afraid to battle someone more experienced than him, someone who is larger than him, because of the fight that's in Fodder, and we often don't talk about that fight because, well, he displays it so regularly in a rule-breaking kind of fashion.
Fodder doing a good job of grounding Holliday here with this front face lock.
And that's got to be frustrating for Richard Holliday, who is accustomed to being in control of most of the matches that he's in, and now he's trying to fight from an underdog position.
Now Holliday using that size and that strength, trying to muscle out of it, but Fodder comes away with a big right hand right to the jaw of Holliday. Holliday gonna get sent across. No, a big counter and a back elbow from Holliday. This could be the opening Holliday needs. Double underhook, maybe looking for a butterfly suplex, but no, inverted atomic drop. Fodder, oh man, and Fodder eats that chop as well. Fodder in trouble now.
Well, it's interesting because it looks like finally Holliday has been able to string some moves together to get the kind of momentum that he needs to make a difference in this contest. With avalanche after avalanche.
Now Fodder up on the shoulders of Holliday. What's Holliday got in mind here? No, Fodder gonna slide off the back. Sends Holliday chest first into the, schoolboy roll up now.
Could that be enough with the tights? Oh, but the referee saw that.
Handful of tights right in front of the ref. Now Fodder getting in the face of our official.
Now you got to be careful with that. That could mark an immediate disqualification and perhaps even a suspension here.
Oh, now wait a second. Fodder moves out of the way. Rich Holliday almost caught the official. Standing switch now.
Oh, no. Did you see what I just saw?
Looked like a mule kick there. Low blow.
It was really low with the tights.
And again, a handful of tights. And Fodder steals another one. GB, he did it again.
You know, I don't know if we should call him Britney Spears at this point because, oops, he did it again, but I don't think it was a mistake at all. It was very intentional to ensure that the referee was positioned the way he was positioned so that, oh no. Fodder's got the cycle stick, but we're out of time.